Hey, what's up everyone? It's Chase, aka That Gay Jedi, and welcome to another video. Before we get into anything today, I first want to bring attention to a fundraiser that I am a part of that is currently raising money for trans youth and their families in Texas. It's called the Amidala Initiative, and it's currently raising funds for Equality Texas, which is an incredible organization. All of the information for the fundraiser as well as Equality Texas will be listed in the description below, so please be sure to check that out. You can either directly donate to the GoFundMe itself, or if you'd like to have some stickers or a t-shirt, you can also purchase those, and the money from those sales will also be donated to Equality Texas. So once again, check that out in the description below, and thank you so much. It is an honor to be a part of this amazing initiative alongside so many other incredible Star Wars creators. Second, as you can see from the title of this video, I am doing my very first giveaway just to celebrate 1 year on YouTube, as well as hitting 500 subscribers here on YouTube, and also just to say thank you so much for all the support I've had so far. So yeah, I'm going to be doing three giveaways, 3 prizes. One of them is going to be a Star Wars prize, one of them is going to be a Marvel prize, and one of them will be a Stranger Things prize. So definitely be sure to stay tuned to the end of this video to figure out what those prizes are and how to enter. And finally, in the spirit of this giveaway, I thought it'd be really fun to take the most popular characters from these 3 franchises and tier rank them as potential besties. So by the end of the video, we'll be able to see who is in my little nerdy clique and what franchises they come from. Will my besties be more Marvel leaning, Star Wars leaning, Stranger Things leaning? We don't know. We're going to find out. I'm very excited. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, we're gonna start with, hey, you know him, you love him, it's Loki. Loki, honestly, besties forever. Loki is just my favorite character. Not person, none of these people are real, I have to remind myself. I don't really have anything to say. Loki's just iconic. I love that he is all the things, and I get along particularly well with trickster spirit type of people. So I'm currently dating a bit of a trickster. I don't know why. Something about, I think it's because I'm very type A and very I try to be kind of organized and streamlined, and I could be a little bit too serious. So I usually gravitate towards people who are a little bit more chaotic because it really helps. Next up, we have Jim Hopper, daddy of all things strange. I like to think we get along, but I also feel like it would just be a little bit awkward. I just don't know how much we'd have to talk about, so I'm definitely gonna put him in acquaintances. And you know what? I think that's fair. I think it's a fair place to put him, and I think he would be happy to be put there too. You know what I mean? We both just be like, hey, we like each other, we care about each other, but let's just be acquaintances. Oh, another Stranger Things fave. We got Max. Max is cool. Love Max. I don't think we'd get along. It's not that I don't know. I just don't think we're compatible. And I think that's, also, I forgot to read the tier rankings, and I'm not going to go back. So the tier rankings are besties forever, then close friends, then acquaintances, then just not compatible, and would literally fight them. So things escalate quickly in this tier ranking, and we're going to learn a lot. Anyways, yeah, Max is going to go in just not compatible. Next is Yelena Belova, Black Widow, Hawkeye, soon to be many more Marvel properties and projects, I hope. Literally one of my favorite characters from the MCU, also one of the hottest characters in the MCU, and if you don't agree, you can fight me on that. But I wouldn't even say besties. I would say acquaintances. I would say not compatible, but she scares me, so I'd want to keep her at least as an acquaintance. Plus, I feel like her and Hopper somehow have similar energy in relationship to me, so it just makes sense to keep Yelena in acquaintances. Next, we have Viz baby, Vision. Listen, he's hot, but gonna have to say not compatible. Yeah, I can't imagine him and I would have much to talk about. It just would be a little bit awkward. So we're gonna put in not compatible. Next up, we have T'Challa. I will say right away, we won't be besties forever because he's way out of my league and he doesn't have time for me. So I'd say acquaintances because again, he's just out of my league. I can't imagine being close friends or besties with him because I am not worthy, simply put. Next, we have Yoda, not compatible. With peace and love, Yoda, maybe it's because I grew up watching the prequels, so I grew up just thinking Yoda was just kind of a But yeah, I just can't imagine us being very compatible, and I would get pretty irritated with him pretty fast. Okay. Besties. Yeah, I was gonna say close friends, but no, we're besties. Sorry. I think we just get it. I think we would just have a fun time talking shit and playing around, just having a good time, going out, letting out some steam. I feel like that's what Wanda and I would be really good at. Besties forever. Besties, Wanda, love you. As you can tell, I'm a big fan of Phase 4 in the MCU so far. Next, we have Shuri. Listen, it's hard considering some of the news that's been coming out regarding the actor. But I will say Shuri as a character, super fun, super fucking smart, and just like a good time. And I think that we'd be close friends. I think that like, yeah, I think we'd be super close friends. I think we'd just have a good time and we'd laugh really hard together, just be silly together, but also like she would teach me a crap ton about tech and I'd be fascinated by her brain. So close friends for sure. Okay. Shang-Chi. I gotta say, Shang-Chi would definitely be besties forever. Listen, Shang-Chi's journey in his movie was incredibly powerful, but also like relatable in a lot of ways. And I just feel like he and I would, I mean, not that I come from like this incredible empire of a family with like magical rings, but just in the sense of like, you know, the nuances and finding the balances in self. That's a good answer. Okay. Definitely besties forever. Shang-Chi, listen, happy to have you up there. Again, MCU Phase 4, knocking it out of the park. Next is Thor. I love this picture I chose for Thor. He's hot. He's hot. And I think we'd have a good time. I think honestly, Thor and I would be close friends, wouldn't we? I think we'd be super close friends. I just think that we'd get along and we would just like casually flirt with each other all the time. Maybe not, maybe just in my dreams. But yeah, Thor, close friends. Poe Dameron. Well, he can't be my bestie because I'm way too attracted to him for that. I'm not saying you can't be attracted to your besties. I'm just saying in Poe's case, I can't. And I'm trying to think of him outside of just his like, you know what, his appeal. So, I mean, we wouldn't really be close friends, honestly, but we'd be acquaintances. Like we'd get along. So yeah, acquaintances. That feels fair. You guys, I don't have any Star Wars characters in my besties forever tier yet, and a little nervous about that. Peter Quill. Another one where it gets a little tricky to separate the actor from the character. I think Peter Quill, Star-Lord, is going to be my first, would literally fight them. I think he is a punk, and I think he started out super cool, but he gets less and less cool as the MCU moves on. And literally, even in the What If episode where T'Challa became Star-Lord, Peter Quill is so far the worst iteration of Star-Lord we've seen in the MCU. I'm so sorry to all the Star-Lord stands out there, but I would literally fight him. I think he's a punk, and I also don't like who plays him. And that's my opinion. Rey Skywalker. Again, she's like really hot and kind of out of my league when it comes to like friends. But at the same time, how could we not throw down? Are you serious? Like we would have the funnest time together. Just imagine like me and Rey slamming them back at the bar, laughing, telling stories, playing pool. I feel like I would love to play pool with Rey. So definitely besties forever. And I'm loving my little clique already so far, you guys. My parasocial relationships, the energy that those are giving me is off the charts right now. Okay, Cersei. I loved the Eternals for a lot of reasons. Cersei, I would say close friends for sure. I think that she's like too good for me, like too like wholesome and believes in humanity a little bit more than I do at the moment. But that doesn't mean we can't be close friends, because I am like generally a very optimistic person about humans. So I'm going to say close friends. Next, we got Lando. I'd say acquaintances, because I don't really know how much I could trust Lando. Like he's hot and he's loyal kind of, but also like not. So like acquaintances. I think I would just also be like very thrown off by how like pretty and charming he is. So acquaintances for Lando. Peter Parker, Spider-Man, Tom Holland. Okay, the boy with 3 names. I will say Tom Holland. Where are you going? I mean, besties, like, is that, I just feel so like basic putting Spider-Man in my besties, but hey, lifetime fan here, and we're just compatible. Sorry. So besties for sure. and tell me that, listen, that click is looking good, you guys. Click is looking good. The click is all right. Next, we have Padme. We would be such close friends. Such close friends. Not even a question in my brain or my heart. I don't think we'd be besties because I think she's like too smart for me. Do you see like there's a theme here? Sometimes when people are too smart than me, it's like I feel like I can't stimulate them intellectually enough. So, but we'll be like super close friends because like when I'm sharp, I'm sharp. But when I'm not, I'm not. Luke Skywalker, besties forever, if not husbands, because he's so cute and just a soft boy. So we're gonna say besties forever, Luke Skywalker. Oh my God, I should be so lucky. I should be so lucky to be besties forever with Luke Skywalker. That's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan, I love him. He's like one of my favorite characters, but I don't think we're compatible, honestly. Like when I think about like actually relating to him as a friend, I just don't think it would happen. I think he kind of falls into that same sort of like a little bit too dogmatic energy that Yoda falls into. That's just not going to work for me. So I love you, Obi-Wan. I can't wait for your show. You're one of my favorite characters, but not one of my favorite friends. Kate Bishop, besties forever, no question. I did not expect to like Hawkeye as much as I did, and Kate Bishop is a huge reason why that show, maybe the only reason that show hit so hard for me. Her and Yelena are just why I loved that show so much. So Kate Bishop, imagine me and Kate Bishop being friends. Are you kidding me? It would be so much fun to be friends with Kate Bishop IRL. Okay, I gotta start being a little more selective because my besties forever tier is like looking pretty busy. So next we have Leia Skywalker, close friends. Oh, we would talk mad shit and we'd have a great time doing it. But again, she is out of my league and I am not smart enough for her, but we'd have fun. Oh, we'd have fun. Mr. Han Solo, not compatible at all. Like I want to put him in acquaintances, but I think we're objectively not compatible. And I think those who know me would agree. Steve Harrington, I can't put him in besties because I'm literally in love with him. I can't put him in close friends because I'm literally in love with him. Acquaintances for sure. He kind of honestly does kind of have like similar energy to Lando in certain ways. So I can see, yeah, I love that. I love that for us. Next up, we have Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff. Loved her movie. Did not expect to like Black Widow as much as I did, but I think it's super clean story, super fun and super engaging. She should have gotten it a decade ago. Again, I'm really just seeing Scarlett Johansson, which that would be a different ranking. But Black Widow, as she stands as a character, honestly not compatible. Who am I kidding? I wanted to put her in acquaintances, but I just what would I talk about with Black Widow? Next up, we have Finn from the Star Wars sequel trilogy and beyond. Besties forever. Because he's just so loyal, and loyalty is just something I really appreciate in friendship. And I also think I embody a lot of like loyal characteristics. So I think he'd appreciate it. Yeah, I just think we'd have fun. I think we would just really be there for each other. You know what I mean? Like he'd be like one of those friends where it's like, they just keep it real. You guys like talk and be serious when you need to, but then you just goof around and have fun other times. And you always have each other's backs. We love you, Finn. Besties forever. Chewbacca, listen, who's not going to be besties forever with Chewbacca? But because that's such an obvious choice, I'm going to be putting him in close friends because I also don't speak Shriya. I don't speak Wookiee. So we're going to put him in close friends. Sorry to Chewie stands out there. Also, listen, I'm running out of space on my besties tier, and that has to count for something, right? Like I can't just put everyone up there. So Chewie, close friends. Anakin, again, way too hot. I'm just in love with him the way I'm in love with Steve Harrington. So, I mean, there's also like the whole like turns into Darth Vader thing, I guess, if you want to count that. But yeah, okay. Acquaintances feels fair. I don't really have that much to say about him. I adore him. I think he's one of the most compelling characters, and I think we're compatible enough to be acquaintances. So that's where you're gonna be, you little hottie. Oh my gosh, Din Djarin, the man, the myth, the Mandalorian. I think we'd be super tight friends. I don't think we'd be besties because I think that, oh, Chewie's out of place here. I don't think we'd be besties, me and Den, because he's a little bit too serious at times, but I think that we would be super close friends. And I think that we would absolutely kiki and have a great time together. And I think that we're really compatible in similar ways as like Finn, where it's like loyalty above all else. So love that for us. Next, we got Doctor Strange, which, listen, Doctor Strange is one of my faves, but he is kind of a jerk. He's kind of an ass. So we're definitely going to put him in not compatible. Yeah. Again, love him as a character. He's badass as hell. He's really cool. But what am I talking about, Doctor Strange? What are we doing? You know, I wouldn't go see a movie with him. I wouldn't go bowling with him. I wouldn't get lunch with him, but I could get dinner with him. You know what I mean? But overall, just not compatible. Next, we have Lucas from Stranger Things. Super, super sweet kid. Love Lucas. I'd say acquaintances. I think that we're completely compatible, but I also can't really see us being like super close. So Lucas, enjoy your company in the acquaintances tier. Oh boy. Next we have Nancy from Stranger Things. I love her character, but we are absolutely not compatible. Like, I don't even know if she knows gay people exist. So yeah, Nancy, I love you, but it's not gonna work out. We're not very compatible. And I hope you understand. Next, we have Mike Wheeler. I am not a fan of Mike. I think he's like loyal, but I think he's just a lot. He's a lot. But of course, he's a child, so I will not literally fight him, but we're absolutely not compatible. Next up, we have Will from Stranger Things. We'd be super close friends. Like when I think about when I was a kid, like who I get along with out of that group, would definitely be Will. Probably because of the queer coding, but yeah, regardless, he's just a sweetie and he's a badass, and I love Will. Robin, again, close friends. I don't think we'd be besties, but I think that we would smoke a lot of weed together and have a really great time doing it. So definitely Robin is a close friend. Listen, this icon, Stranger Things, Erica, besties forever. Erica and I would talk mad shit, and we would eat some good food while we were doing it. I'd probably start like a mukbang channel with Erica. You know what I mean? Like it would just be us talking and eating food every video. So definitely besties with Erica, and I should be so lucky to be besties with her. Joyce Byers, honestly, one of the best moms we've ever had on television. I think that she's really underrated. I think people just like are quick to just kind of remember like her as like this one thing, but she's such an incredible character with so many layers. Literally just one of the best moms on TV. I definitely think that we would be acquaintances just because she's a mom. And I don't have anything against moms, but I just don't really know how much we'd be like hanging out every day. But yeah, it's that combined with the fact that I'm just running out of space in my besties tier, if I'm being honest. But Joyce Byers, thank you for being the best mom we've ever seen on television. Oh, Jonathan Byers. He's so cute. I love him. I love Jonathan. I love this picture of him. But I don't think we're super compatible. Like, I think he's like friendly, and I think we'd just be like, oh, hi, you know, like, hi. But I think we would be definitely not compatible. But that's perfect, because guess who else I'm not compatible with? Nancy. So they can be together in their tier, and we love that for them. Next, we have Ahsoka Tano. Close friends immediately. I think she's just out of my league enough to where we couldn't really be besties, because I just really wouldn't be able to like, we wouldn't relate to each other 100% because she's too cool at what she does. You know what I mean? But close friends for sure, me and Ahsoka Tano. Not even worried about it. Okay, last three. We're gonna fit them in this freaking tier, you guys. We're gonna jam them into this thing. We have Dustin. Oh, Dustin. Dustin from Stranger Things. We love Dustin. I would say acquaintances. Again, I just don't think I would give him like the intellectual, you know, things he needs in his life to maintain a friendship, because he's just freaking smart, and he's super sweet. And I'm just gonna stop explaining that one. He's an acquaintance, but like a great positive acquaintance. Listen, acquaintances are great. You know, where would we be without acquaintances? Second to last, we have Billy Hargrove. Hi, Billy. Do I even have to say he's too hot to be a bestie? No, we know that, right? We know that. I guess if he was like being like toxic and bad, I would literally fight him, but like I can fix him. No, I'll put him in just not compatible, because we're not compatible because he's way too hot, and also not compatible because we haven't been able to see his full arc yet. And I am definitely in the camp of like, I think Billy's coming back. So once he comes back and has this whole like character arc, he'll probably be a bestie or close friend. But as it stands right now, I cannot in good conscience put him out there, but I'm not going to fight him. The only person I will ever fight, apparently, across these 3 franchises is Chris Pratt's Star-Lord. And I'm not ashamed to say that. Okay. Finally, we have this powerhouse, 11 from Stranger Things. The character that honestly like shook the world. You know, the way that Millie Bobby Brown had a grip on society, and honestly still does in a lot of ways. Besties forever, immediately. The loyalty, the power, the inspiration, the goofiness and silliness mixed with the balanced nuances of understanding life. I mean, who wouldn't be? I mean, probably a lot of people, but I would be besties with Miss 11. And here we have it. We have the ranking. Let's see what we got. Let's go from the bottom up. We literally fight them. Star-Lord. Okay, I agree. I love that. You know, in a group of characters I'm not super relatable to. I don't think a lot of people who know me will be surprised that like I'm just not super like relatable to these people. I can't really I just can't imagine a lot of like stimulating conversation with these people, but I can imagine being friends with all of them, just like not super compatible. Acquaintances, I love this group and I would hang out with them at any point. I think something very important for me to put out there about this acquaintances tier ranking with all these awesome characters is that they're in acquaintances in a great way. They're in that tier because I would want to develop a friendship with them. So it's acquaintances plus. It's acquaintances plus the ability and opportunity to further those friendships. And I would do that with each one of those characters. And I stand by that. So acquaintances are a great thing. My close friends, a lot of people who like I would totally vibe with, but are also like a little bit too cool for me. Like that's the vibe. Like that's cool. Like, and I'm not saying that's like reflective of my real life. I'm thinking about that now and I'm like, that's not how my close friends are right now. It's not like they're like out of my league, but in a fictional parasocial setting, I gotta say, I couldn't be friends with like super besties with these people, some of these people, because they are just too cool for me. You know, Shuri, so smart. Padme, Leia, Ahsoka, Cersei. These people, you know, they're pretty top tier. So they're gonna be close friends. And yeah, kind of a good vibe. Like I honestly can see that whole close friends tier. I could see them like all hanging out and getting along. And finally, we have my besties. The bestie reveal is here. And I gotta say, I'm really happy with it. I'm very happy with it. This is the group. This is the group you want to go on a cruise with, right? Right? Literally just imagine all of us like starting a bowling league. I don't know why I keep talking about bowling, but hey, imagine us on a softball team. That's it. Oh my God. This crew on a softball team plus me, sign me up. That was really fun. I really enjoyed doing that. Thank you guys for watching me do that. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree or disagree with some of these picks. Who's in your clique? I want to know. What do you think of my clique? I need to know. I need to know that you guys also see that my bestie clique is like unbeatable. Like that's a fierce ass group of friends right there. But yeah, thank you again for watching the tier ranking, and let's go ahead and get to the giveaway. Okay, so what are we giving away? Starting with Stranger Things, we have a Stranger Things lunchbox. And what's perfect for the lunchbox? Oh my gosh, Stranger Things Eggo card game. The back of the box on the card game says, play as a character from Stranger Things. Can you escape from the upside down, or will the monster have you for breakfast? And to top off the Stranger Things prize pack, we have these really great action figures. I just love them. These are the ones by, I think these are by Funko. Yes, these are by Funko. And it kind of just has the whole crew plus Demogorgon. And this one has Badass 11 from Stranger Things. So yeah, that's the Stranger Things prize pack. Next, we have our Marvel giveaway, which is going to be from the Loki Disney Plus series. And this is a limited edition of 6,000 Loki crown set of both Loki and Sylvie's crowns. So beautiful box, beautiful presentation. And yeah, has a certificate of authenticity in it and everything. So this will be the Marvel giveaway. And finally, for the Star Wars prize, I figured, hey, I started out doing Star Wars. I got mostly a Star Wars based audience. And I think that I should go hard for the Star Wars prize. So in the spirit of that, we have the Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian helmet replica, brand new inbox, unopened. So that will be the prize for the Star Wars giveaway. So when it comes to the rules and how to enter, the only rule really is that everyone has to choose which prize that they want. You can't enter for like all three. You got to enter like for either Star Wars, Marvel, or Stranger Things. That way I think it kind of evens the playing field and like increases the chances of someone like really getting what they really want. So choose what you want, whether it's Marvel, Stranger Things, or Star Wars, and then comment below what that is and then comment like your favorite characters from that franchise. For example, if I wanted the Black Series Mandalorian helmet, I would just comment down below, Star Wars, my favorite character is Ahsoka Tano. If I wanted the Stranger Things prize pack, I would say Stranger Things, my favorite character is Joyce Byers. Now, if you wanted bonus entries, there is a way to get bonus entries, and that is by donating to the Amidala Initiative that I was talking about at the top of this video. If you donate to the Amidala Initiative after this video comes out, go ahead and send a screenshot or a proof of donation to my Gmail at thatgayjedi@gmail.com or shoot me a DM on Twitter at _thatgayjedi. The winners of these prizes will be announced 2 weeks after this video comes out, which I think this video is going to be coming out on March 23rd. I'm not totally sure. But yes, so 2 weeks from now would probably be April 6th. If it's not March 23rd, then just check your calendars. We're trying our best. So yeah, this whole campaign is going to be lasting 2 weeks. And to enter, go ahead and leave a comment down below saying who your favorite character is from which one of these franchises. And if you want bonus entries, donate to the Amidala Initiative, any amount, and let me know. And finally, if you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel because I do put out new queer nerdy content every week or every other week. Thank you all so much for watching. It really means the world, and Gay the Force be with you always.